Good evening, everybody. This is your favorite aspiring classicist here, a wandering author, reminding you that we're all the authors of our own lives. My message remains the same. Spend less, live more, earn your freedom with frugality. And today, we're going over a pretty short chapter in Aristotle's Nicomachean Ethics. And I want to read the whole thing to you, so hopefully you've been dreaming about a time where somebody could read the Nicomachean Ethics to you, because that's what I'm going to do. Anyways, scientific knowledge for Aristotle was quite a bit different than what we consider scientific knowledge nowadays, but I do still believe there's some value in contemplating the way that he conceived it. So, he begins the chapter by saying, scientific knowledge is a mode of conception dealing with universals and things that are of necessity. So these deal with universal truths and things that come into existence out of necessity. And demonstrated truths and all scientific knowledge are derived from first principles. That's how we get to them. Consequently, the first principles from which scientific truths are derived cannot themselves be reached by science, nor yet are they apprehended by art nor by prudence. See, there's a big difference between what I think, how we view science and Aristotle. Aristotle's saying that science, you can't reach the first principles using science, but I think that's like the whole point of science today. But for him, to be a matter of scientific knowledge, a truth must be demonstrated by deduction from other truths. Which this is very simple, like if you've ever heard of a syllogism, it's a type of logical device. Basically, if you got A and A plus B is equal to C, and B plus X is equal to C, then you know that C or X is also equal to A. Super simple, straightforward. While art and prudence are concerned only with things that admit to variation. Remember, yesterday we spoke about prudence, and we said that it's a type of practical wisdom that is involved with actions in the human sphere, things that relate with other people's. And art is concerned with bringing something into existence. So, both of those things can change. Science, on the other hand, is dealing with invariable truths, how we recognize those. And then he brings up one of the other classifications of intellectual virtue, which is what we'll go over tomorrow, wisdom. And he says, nor is wisdom the knowledge of first principles either, for the philosopher has to arrive at some things by demonstration. And he closes this chapter pretty simple. If then the qualities whereby we attain truth, and are never led into falsehood, whether about things invariable or things variable, are scientific knowledge. So scientific knowledge is the qualities that we use to attain truth, prudence, and wisdom. It remains that first principles must be apprehended by intelligence. So for him, intelligence is what allows us to recognize something and go, oh, that's #true. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this chapter. We're about halfway through book 6, and we've discussed art, prudence, and scientific knowledge so far, along with the discussion of overall. Tomorrow we'll be going over wisdom, which is a much longer section, and I actually really like that one quite a bit. Scientific knowledge is pretty short. Maybe that's just because they didn't have a whole lot of science back then. Anyways, I'm going to record a Greek history video for you guys, and yeah, so that's what I've got for you as far as Aristotle goes tonight. What are y'all doing in order to inspire, uplift, and empower your local community today? Because this world isn't changing unless we all do our part, and you can count on me to do mine daily. Till next time, love y'all.